I finally get on my filming grind when I've got a fucking like zit on my chin. Hey guys, it's Jordan, one half of the makeup duo. Amber is in Maine, and I have decided to keep content going on our channel. So today I'm going to be doing a simpler and brighter fall look that has kind of been my go-to for the past few days. And the rest of the video is going to be a voiceover because that's how it's going to be. Alright, so I'm going to start by going into the Juvia's Place palette, the Magic, and I'm going to take Kezi and I'm going to apply that to my eye, and then the next shade I'm going to pick up is going to be Nana maybe, and I'm just going to kind of blend that into my crease, creating a good base for the orange shadows I'm going to put down later. I'm going to take a flat shader brush from Wet n Wild, and that is when I'm going to tap in Nana into my crease and kind of bringing it down onto my lid to create a base. Alright, and now I'm going into the Saharan by Juvia's, and I'm going to take Sokoto and Jamila, I hope I'm saying those right, and I'm going to kind of mix the two together, taking that same Wet n Wild flat shader brush, and I'm going to pack that onto my lid. These shadows have high pigment but also a lot of fallout, so that is why I chose to do my eye makeup first. And I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush from Wet n Wild, and I'm just a clean fluffy blending brush from Wet n Wild, and just kind of blend into that crease. Here I take a flat brush that is actually from an art store. It's a painting brush. I'm not really sure what it's called, and I'm just taking any of that powder that is kicked up onto my eyelid and patting it down so that I keep that pigment. Here I'm taking a makeup wipe and just wiping up underneath my eyes for the fallout. Now I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Skinny Tip Felt liner, and I'm just going to create a wing. I don't tug at my skin because wrinkles, and so I start at my outer corner and I'm just going to bring it into my eye. And then here we are just doing the same motion but on the other eye. Now we're going in with foundation. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Shell Ivory. Can you tell I have a favorite drugstore brand? Then I'm going to take a complexion brush from the Langnickel brand, I believe it's called, and I'm just going to kind of blend that into my face, and then I'm going to take a Wet n Wild buffer brush and just kind of pat it in to finish blending out any of the foundation. And now I'm going to the Jaclyn Hill palette. I have lost the little sheet with all the names on it, but I'm taking those two colors and I'm going to blend them underneath my eye. I didn't feel that my liner went down long enough, so I'm taking that liner back and I am kind of adding to the bottom. And now I'm going to go back into the Juvia's Place palette that I first used, and I'm going to use Yamoha in my inner corner. It is a nice little icy blue that has been one of my favorites to highlight with. So now I'm going to take the Stila Kitten eyeshadow and use it as a highlight for my brow bone, and then I'm also going to take that into my highlight later. Now I'm breaking into my busted contour palette from Wet n Wild with the Wet n Wild contour brush. I just shattered it the other day and have yet to replace it. I'm just going to blend that all around my face, and now I'm taking my NYC translucent powder, and I'm going to take that same contour brush and just carve out that contour in a baking method. And then I'm going to kind of brush some on my nose. Here I have a blush from Clean Color LA, and I'm just kind of dabbing that on my cheeks, and I'm going back in with that same highlighter that I used on my brow bone. Next I'm going to take a big fluffy brush And I'm just going to kind of brush away all of that baking powder and blend it up into my contour just so everything stays nice and clean. Here I go in with Copenhagen, which is a red lip from the Soft Matte Cream Lipsticks by NYX, and I decide it's not dark enough. So then I pick up Transylvania, and I add that right on top, and then I decide I don't like the whole thing altogether and remove it all. So now I'm going in with the Forbidden Volume from Essence, and here I'm comparing it to the brush from the Better Than Sex mascara. They're very, very similar. So if you're looking for a drugstore brand of the Better Than Sex, so you can only spend $4 versus $23, it's the way to go. Alright, here's the completed simple, bright fall look. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.